Welcome to Sports Jam. I'm John Jacobson.
And I'm Jay Wilcox. It's a busy show today as we wrap up the state girls hockey tournament, plus section wrestling and swimming. And we'll visit the Champlin Park wrestling team in our Sports Jam spotlight as they head to state for the first time.
We'll get started with boys hockey in the Section 6AA tournament. Armstrong pulled off a stunner in the quarterfinals, knocking off number 2 seed and defending section and state champion Eden Prairie. The Falcons hope to spring another big upset when they face number 3 seed Benilde St. Margaret's in the semifinals. Benilde's Alec Anderson wins the battle for the puck and sets up Zach Hale for the shot on goal, and it's 1-0 Red Knights. Second period, Patrick Graham's wrist shot from the point finds its way through, and it's 2-0 Benilde. Later in the second, Christian Horn snaps a shot off the post and in for a 3-0 Red Knights lead. Horn nets another goal in the third period when he pokes in the loose puck in the slot for a 4-0 Benilde lead. The Red Knights go on to win 5-0 and play in the section final Wednesday.
In the other 6AA semifinal, number 4 seed Wayzata tried to take down top seed Minnetonka. The Trojans looking to get back to the section final for a second year in a row. Connor Thie flips the backhand pass to a wide-open Sam Rothstein for the blast under the crossbar, and it's 1-0 Skippers. Wayzata plays a pretty good first period. Sam Maka is stopped, and Chase Haller's rebound, though, denied by Paul Chacho here. And Minnetonka dominates Pat O'Leary's team in the second period. The first shot is tipped wide here, but Thie sets up Eric Baskin for the goal on the other side. Minnetonka grabs a 2-0 lead. Then on a 2-on-1, Jared Ridge dishes to Justin Bader for the goal. Minnetonka rolls to a 3-0 win.
In Section 5AA, Maple Grove cruised to a win in its quarterfinal round game. After North Metro had scored first, the Crimson answer with a flurry. Jordan Freeberg's shot is deflected in by Dylan Stamen, and it's 1-1. Sam Valerius nicely sets up Spencer Bell, tucks in the first of his 3 goals to make it 2-1 Crimson. Nate Erickson scores the Crimson's third goal in 70 seconds, skating in from the circle to tuck the shot home. Maple Grove scores 6 times in the first period and 16 times in the game. They're out the Stars 16-1.
Also in the quarterfinals, Osseo facing Champlin Park. Late in the second, Dakota Stimpson drives a slap shot in. Osseo leads the Rebels 3-1 after 2 periods. And early in the third, a great effort by Corbin Cole as he dives and knocks it in. Osseo takes a 4-1 lead. But Champlin Park battles back. Kelvin Spencer battling through the check, and he scores on a backhander to make it 4-2. The Rebels do get one more, but Osseo hangs on for a 4-3 win. And that sets up the semifinal matchup between arch rivals as Osseo meets Maple Grove at 6 o'clock Tuesday at the State Fair Coliseum. Anoka plays Blaine in the second semifinal, and the championship is Friday. In Class A hockey, the Breck boys hope to secure another section title. The Mustangs facing Richfield in the Section 2A quarterfinals. Connor Anderley drops the pass back to Grant Opperman. He snaps a quick shot home under the crossbar. It's 1-0 Breck. Anderley slams on the brakes and changes direction before flipping the backhand pass to Andrew Hedrick for the goal, and Breck takes a 3-1 lead. They're up 4-1 after a period. Second period, and the point shot is slowed. Anderley is there to put it in the open net for a 6-1 lead on a dominant night for the Mustangs. Another shot from the point gets through, and Opperman buries the rebound. Breck rolls to a 14-1 win. They play Mound West Tonka in the semis Tuesday.
In gymnastics, Breck's girls qualified for the Class A meet for the 4th straight season. Mustangs looking to improve on last season's 6th place finish. This is Niara Hill on the floor exercise. The sophomore lands a score of 9.325, best for Breck. Senior Libby Lee comes in with a mark of 9.025 on the floor. It's Breck's best event. They score a 36.0. On the vault, Tori Goldstein lands a score of 9.1. She finishes second on the team in that event. Breck's top vaulter at state was Nicole Lee. She scores a 9.375 as the Mustangs finish 7th overall. Melrose ends Perham's 8-year run as state Class A champion. New Prague finishes second. Breck's score of 138.125 is identical to their state meet score of 2011. The state boys swimming and diving meet starts this Thursday at the University of Minnesota. Several local athletes qualified for state over the weekend. at the Section 5AA meet, 200 freestyle. Top of your screen, Wayzata's Greg Arnold. Bottom of your screen, Osceo's Nolan Vanderploeg. They both qualify for state, finishing 3rd and 4th respectively, and beat the qualifying time to reach state. 200 individual medley. Sasha Savanoff for Mounds View wins. Connor Riley places 2nd in a time of 2 minutes, 2.96 seconds to make state. Mounds View takes the top 3 spots in the 50 freestyle. Cooper's Jake Helgerson has the Hawks' best finish of the day, placing 4th, although he did not qualify for the state meet. Chris Karlstrom swims to a win for Wayzata in the 100 butterfly. His winning time 53.72 seconds in a good meet for the Trojans. 100 freestyle, and it's Osseo Jr. Josh Nelson taking 1st place in 48.78 seconds. He will swim at state for the Orioles. 200 free relay, and it's Mounds View placing 1st. Wayzata's team of Noah Gannon, Ian Flynn, Jack Kelly, and Adam Poyler finished 2nd in a time of 1:32.85, and they qualify for state with their time. Finally, in the 100-yard backstroke, Jake Lowen of Mounds View wins, but Wayzata's Karlstrom and Kevin Stowe finish 2-3. Nelson of Osseo is 4th. All 4 of those guys qualify for state. Here's a look at the team scores in 5AA. Mounds View wins the section with Wayzata placing 2nd. Osseo finishes 4th. Armstrong 6th. Cooper is 7th. And Park Center 8th. Maple Grove moved to Section 8AA this season. The Crimson rolled to the team title with St. Michael Albertville 3rd and Elk River in 4th. Brainerd is 2nd there. And Jay Hopkins finished 5th in Section 6AA swimming. Champlin Park 7th in 7AA, and the combined Breck Blake team won the Section 2A meet.
Yeah, congratulations to the Bear Stangs. That's a real name. We're not making this stuff up here. Still to come on Sports Jam, highlights from section wrestling plus basketball and state girls hockey.
Welcome back to Sports Jam.
After coming close a couple of times in the past, Breck's girls hockey team went for its first state title on Saturday. First-year coach Chris Peterson and the Mustangs facing South St. Paul. Trailing 1-0 in the 3rd, Karina Moret gets it on goal. The rebound stop, but Leah Schwartzman then pops it in. That ties it 1-1. Kate Schipper's centering pass is knocked off Alexandra Wallen's skate by the defender, and in. Breck goes up 2-1. After a disallowed Mustangs goal, it's Riley Viner to Emily Rybert to Sam Lasham for the tying goal for South St. Paul, and we are headed to overtime. And in the second OT, Melissa McMillan dishes the pass to Prentice Baston. The return pass will be blocked, but it goes right to Schwartzman. She follows up to score the game winner. Breck pulls out a 3-2 double overtime win to take the Class A championship. After section team tournaments a week ago, spots in the individual portion of the state wrestling tournament were on the line Saturday. In the Section 5 3A tournament, the 106-pound title match, Maple Grove's Brad Ostachuk gets the escape and wins a 2-1 decision. At 160, it's a hard-fought match between Centennial's Blake Solberg and Champlin Park's Stephen Pham. Solberg gets the takedown as time expires and wins. Pham lost a true second match as well. At 132, Maple Grove's Johnny Dill locked up against Spring Lake Park's Philip Horsiger. Dill gets the takedown here and wins an 8-4 decision. Dill's teammate Zach Gauboy facing Osceo's Tony Gamacha at 145. Gauboy gets the pin to win another section title. And at 138, Osceo's Adam Hammer pins Centennial's Jake Schmitz. Hammer goes to state for a 5th time, and being a senior makes it all the more special.
Honestly, the feeling doesn't get any less as you go. I'm just really excited to get, this kind of became a hurdle for me. And the next big goal is that big championship next week. So I've been looking forward to it since March of last year. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to finally get there again.
And here is a look at local state qualifiers, starting with that Section 5 3A. Maple Grove gets 3 firsts and 2 seconds to advance 5 to state. Osseo qualifies 3 wrestlers. Section team champion Champlin Park sends 4 to state. We'll have more on the Rebels later in our Sports Jam Spotlight. In Section 6 3A, Wayzata picks up 3 firsts and 2 seconds to move 5 wrestlers to state. Armstrong has 2 qualifiers, both of them section champs. 3 Hopkins wrestlers qualify out of Section 6, with 2 of them winning section titles. And in Section 5 of 2A, Brooklyn Center has one section champion in David Afalabi. Tino Grace wins one title and gets 4 more to state by placing second.
Wayzata's boys basketball team won its first 17 games this season, but injuries and some very good Lake Conference teams have sent the Trojans to 5 losses in 6 games. Wayzata at home to face Edina, the only team they've beaten in the Lake. Colin Nugent with an early 3 for Wayzata. That ties the game up at 8. A big first half for Edina's Flip DeBerg. He dials up a 3 from the corner to put the Hornets up by 5. Then it's DeBerg on the cut, taking the Graham Woodward pass to lay in 2 more of his 17 first half points. Edina's up 7 at the break. Second half, Drake Mianas hits an early 2-pointer to pull Wayzata within 5. But the Hornets expand their lead. Woodward scores on the tough drive and draws the foul. He nets 22 points on the night. A Wayzata turnover and leads to an Edina fast break. Derek Hill catches up to the ball, misses the layup, but Marley Allison puts it back in, and Edina leads by 18. The Trojans make a late run at it. Kyle Calavoda drives and scores 2 of his 16 points to make it a 9-point game. And with just over a minute to go, Nugent steals the inbound pass and scores to get Wayzata within 6. But Edina never gives up the lead. They beat Wayzata 76-68 to split the season series with the Trojans.
In the Northwest Suburban, Park Center playing host to Armstrong, and it's Armstrong playing pretty well in the early going. A shot missed here, but Cyrus Moore-Brown is there for the rebound, and it's 11-9 Falcons. Park Center's having a great year. They score off the inbound play here. Quentin Hooker to Trayton Daniels for 2. 14 points for Daniels on the night. Back and forth it goes. Jason Edwards dribbles in and pulls up for the jumper. Armstrong leading it at this point 25-24. Park Center equals its biggest lead of the first half here as Daniels will miss, but Rufus Saley is there for the rebound and he puts it back. Park Center leading 32-28 at the half. Second half, and they try to pull away from the Falcons. Isaiah McKay to Devin Payne, and he'll kick it back out to Hooker for 3. Hooker another big night with 29. The Pirates lead by 9. Armstrong's not having a very good season, but they play well this night. It goes inside to Connor Getchie, who makes a nice move to score. The Falcons within 48-45. Hooker helps the Pirates stretch the lead again. Armstrong plays them pretty tough, but Park Center wins it 63-59. The regular season is in the books in girls basketball. Second place Cooper and league leader Benilde St. Margaret's met up in the regular season finale in the North Suburban. And they tip this one off in New Hope at the home of the Hawks. Chelsea McGee drives and dishes to the corner to Ashley Lee for a 3. The Hawks are all over the Red Knights, leading 25-9. Benilde playing without a couple of key players, tries to battle back. Josie Dillon bombs the 3, but Cooper leads 33-23 at the half. Second half, and Talia Rich steals the pass, and she'll take it all the way for the tough layup for Cooper, and they go up by 20 on the Red Knights. McGee drives for 2 plus a foul here. She surpasses 1,000 career points, and the Hawks crush Benilde 58-35.
In the Northwest Suburban, Osseo needed a win in the season finale to avoid having to share the conference title with Centennial. The Orioles hosting the Cougars. Centennial gets off to a solid start. Destiny Williams misses the floater in the lane, but Jill Conrad is there for the rebound and putback, and a 10-8 Cougars lead. Osseo surges back. Janae Morton racing up court, and she pulls up for the smooth jumper as Osseo takes the lead. And they extend the lead. Michaela Bailey sizes up the 3 and hits. 15 for Bailey on the night. The Orioles lead 33-23 at the half. Phyllis Webb is a tough matchup for anyone. She blows by the defender from the wing for the layup for 2 of her 8 points. It's 47-31 Osseo, and they aren't about to let up. Bailey delivers a nice pass to Isle Porte as Osseo wraps up the Northwest Suburban Conference title in style, winning 67-52.
And that brings us to playoff time now in girls basketball.
And games will get started later this week in section play. In section 5, 4A, Roseville is the top seed ahead of Osseo. Champlin Park is seeded 5th and Maple Grove 6th. Thursday is the quarterfinals. Champlin Park is at Centennial that night. Osseo hosts Coon Rapids, and Maple Grove is at Mounds View. In the tough section 6 4A tourney, Hopkins is the #1 seed, followed by Wayzata and Cooper. Armstrong is seeded 5th. Wednesday, Hopkins hosts Park. Armstrong is at Minnetonka. Cooper hosts South, and Wayzata is at home against Southwest. The semifinals are Saturday afternoon at Osseo. In Section 3 of 3A, De La Salle is the top seed with Totino Grace second and Park Center third. Park Center hosts Roosevelt, and Grace will be at home to take on Fridley in the quarterfinals. And J. Providence is the #1 seed in the South subsection of 5-2A.
They're a very good team, as Maranatha, #1 seed, and West Lutheran, a #2 seed in 4A. Definitely been a great year for girls basketball in the area. Next up, we'll head to the mat for our Sports Jam Spotlight with Jason Melillo, featuring Champlin Park's wrestling team.
Champlin Park's wrestling team is going to the state team tournament for the first time in school history.
In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, Jason Melillo profiles the Rebels.
In the wrestling room at Champlin Park High School, the Rebels are still beaming from their section title victory.
It is amazing.
I wanted to cry when it ended, and we were just happy. And then I started to get what had happened. I had to ask some coaches because it was brand new to me.
Champlin upset top-seeded Centennial in the semifinals and then beat Maple Grove to win Section 5-3A. It's the first time in school history Champlin Park will wrestle at the state team tournament.
We had a lot of hard workers. I'm not saying we didn't have any in the past, but this year we had a lot of people that just really wanted it, and we were able to just sort of get the right mix of kids at all the right weights, and we had a full team, and that's sort of what made the difference this year.
This is a balanced team, but we've sold them on what can you control. You could wrestle someone better than you, and you will lose. But what can you control? You control you. Will you give us 6 minutes? And that's what we've sold these guys in their mind. Just go as hard as you can, as smart as you can for 6 minutes, and good things will happen.
Strong senior leadership has helped the Rebels build confidence and steadily progress throughout the season. That progression and guidance ensured Champlin Park was wrestling at its best at the section tournament.
At the beginning of the year, we pretty much set our goals that we wanted to go, but throughout the year, it's steadily built more and more like, wow, we could actually go, especially after the first time we faced Centennial, we tied them, and we had guys out of our lineup and that, so it was like we could actually do this.
Champlin's semifinal win over Centennial came down to the last 2 matches, and seniors Dan Lovick and Julian Flemister King delivered the knockout blows.
Doing the math of, if we win this one or if we lose this one, and slowly as it's coming to my way, it's like, me and Julian are gonna have to do this again, and I'm gonna have to come out with a pin, and Julian's gonna have to win it, but definitely it felt great, especially getting that pin. I mean, if I might not have gotten the pin, who knows what would have happened, but either way, it was a very great victory.
It's a tough draw at the state tournament for Champlin Park, facing perennial power St. Michael Albertville in the first round. Coach Marish knows his boys will come to wrestle hard, but he's also realistic about the Rebels' chances.
Our goal is to be the consolation champions. You're like, what? And people, I've told people that. It would be a miracle for us to beat St. Michael Albertville. That's the truth, and we have to accept that. But we're gonna go out, we're gonna win as many matches as we can, we're gonna battle anyone they put on the mat as hard as we can, and what happens, happens.
But no matter what happens at the state tournament, this Champlin Park wrestling team will be remembered.
First time in history, you get to leave a mark on the school, and you get to 20 years from now say, we went to state, and we were here to help set up this team, this school, as a great wrestling team for years to come.
For the Sports Jam Spotlight, I'm Jason Melillo.
Champlin Park hits the mat against St. Michael Albertville at 9 a.m. Thursday morning at the XL Energy Center. Jay talks girls basketball with the Park Center girls next on Sports Jam.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. A really good regular season for the Park Center girls basketball team as they get set for Section 3A play now, and we're joined by a couple of the Pirates and also Coach Patty Sorensen, starting with Megan Van Hulsen. This team, good season during the regular year. Do you like the way the team's playing and getting ready for this tournament now?
Yeah, I think we're really playing together right now, and we're learning, our roles and what should be done and what's expected of us. So I think we're just carrying it on from last year.
You had a good playoff run last year, and did it sort of carry into this regular season where you guys moved up quite a ways up the ladder in the conference?
Yeah, I think we had a lot more confidence. We knew we could hang with the big teams, and so we just, kept our confidence, and that helped us.
What will be a key at playoff time? What does this team kind of have to do well to keep advancing?
I think we just have to, play together and staying calm, and, we've done this before, so we can just play like we did last year.
All right, thanks for joining us, Megan. Good luck in the playoffs. And Katie Fern, your team obviously has a very good section. De La Salle's a tremendous team. I know Totino Grace, another team that you could face. You saw them a little bit ago. What was that matchup like? What did you learn from that one?
We just need to play better as a team that game. We kind of just were off that game. So I think if we come back and play like we did against Centennial and Blaine, I think we'll be good.
Certainly a good placing in the conference this year, and you guys won a lot of regular season games. Do you feel the team's made a lot of progress through the year, too, and getting better and better?
Oh, definitely. We definitely play a lot better as a team than we did last year, and we're just improving more and more each day. So.
All right, good luck in the playoffs, Katie, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And Coach Patty Sorensen, I know you looked at this as a group that had some definite possibilities coming in. Do you like what you've seen overall?
I do. I like how the girls continue to progress. We always go back and look at what can we do better, what do we need to improve on, and what are we doing well.
Totino Grace, certainly a potential semifinal matchup for you, and good team, and you played them very close game over here late in the regular season. What's it going to take if it comes to playing them again?
Just us sticking to our game plan, keeping our composure, and letting us control what happens. I think that's the biggest thing. The girls have put themselves in every possible situation this year, and we've been able to find a way out or find a way to improve on. And we just have to keep building on that success and on the trust of each other and on confidence in our team.
I think from an outsider's perspective, everybody's expecting De La Salle to be the team to beat again like they were a year ago. Have you watched their team much? Have you scouted, and how do they compare to last year?
Well, yeah, I've watched them this year, and we've scouted them, and they're a very talented team. They are, and they're quick and they're athletic. I think, our girls, looking at how we played them last year with the first half, I think we were a little jittery and a little not knowing what to expect. Second half, we played more of our ball. And I really believe for us, it's one game at a time right now, but whatever game we have to play right now, we have to put the whole complete game together and take care of each step as it comes. And, right now, finish out and do strong and take it one step at a time as we get into sections.
Individually and as a group, is this team more mature than a year ago, too, in terms of those pressure-type games?
Oh, definitely. We're getting into situations where, unfortunately, we put ourselves behind, but we've stayed calm, and we haven't, we haven't lost our composure, and the kids are doing a much better job in that. We've gone in where we've been down by a lot, and we've come back and put ourselves in the position and won those games. We've given up leads and then took it right back and won. So the composure and the confidence in each other to know that if we stick together, we can accomplish anything.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Patty, and good luck in the playoffs. It's been a great year so far for the Pirates.
Thank you. Look forward to continuing.
All right, Patty Sorensen, the head coach of the Park Center girls basketball team. Playoffs getting started on Thursday in Section 3 of 3A, and we'll leave you now with a look at the Pirates and their section alignment.
The recession took a toll on jobs, but some manufacturers in Brooklyn Park say they can't find enough qualified workers.
One of the largest World War I memorials in the country gets a fresh new look in Robbinsdale.
The Maple Grove hockey team scored a big win over Benilde St. Margaret's. It's the second time the Crimson...
After 34 years in the same route, a Plymouth mail carrier says goodbye.
Discover your neighborhood news.
And stories you can only see here.
Discover 12 News.
Our game of the week is the Section 5AA Hockey Final. The game is Friday night at 9 o'clock at the State Fair Coliseum. You can see it on Channel 12 from start to finish, either Saturday morning at 8 or Saturday night at 11 here on Channel 12. Should be a great game on Friday.
Will we finally get a local winner this year? That's what we're aiming for, yes. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.